AS Roma, an Italian club steeped in history and passion. This club has seen its fair share of legendary players such as Francesco Totti, Daniele De Rossi, that's just to name a few. However, things haven't gone Roma's way in recent times, going through multiple managers such as Paulo Fonseca, club legend De Rossi, and managerial mastermind Jose Mourinho. Throughout the tough times the club has faced in recent years, they did manage European success however, with Jose Mourinho guiding Roma to the Conference League title in its inaugural season, defeating Feyenoord in the final. Now, where has it all gone wrong for the Giallorossi? Well, the club has not been putting their faith and trust in their managers, sacking Mourinho, De Rossi, and most recently Juric. This has led the club on a downward spiral, and they're now sitting down in 12th, only 4 points above the relegation zone, which is just sad for a football club as big as Roma. So today, we're going to put that to an end. We're going to be rebuilding Roma and taking them to new heights so they can get their hands on that Champions League trophy for the first time in their history. Before we start today's rebuild, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. We're going to be pumping out the videos non-stop. Now, the part you've been waiting for, let's start rebuilding Roma.
So this is the team that we're starting out with. As you can see, it's not too great. We got players all over the place here. Like we got Cristante at centre back and Celik at right mid, losing some rating there. And just an absolute whack formation. Like I don't know what's going on here. After this transfer window, we should fix this all up and make the team to Mr. Rebuild's liking. Here we have the first signing of the Roma rebuild. It's Lewis Ferguson from Bologna. We've signed him for $30 million and he's here to replace the void of Cristante, who we shipped off. For our next signing, we've gone and picked up one of Big Ange's players. It's Destiny Udogi, the Italian left back from Spurs. He's here to provide us a lot of threat on the attack while also being just very solid at the back. He's going to help us keep more clean sheets, help us score more goals, and ultimately get us closer towards the goal of winning the Serie A sooner. Right, so we have made our third signing of the July window and we've picked up a goalkeeper to replace Svilar. That's right, we've gone and picked up Marco Carnesecchi from Atalanta. He's going to be here to help us keep some clean sheets, get that defense solidified to ensure that we don't leak any stupid goals or anything like that. You can see he's there having a chat with the boys, and let's see what he's going to do for this season. Alright, well, the fourth signing of the summer window is going to be, it's not really a signing, but it's a signing. We've gone and completed the deal of Kone and we've made him permanent. He was on loan, but now he's going to be here to stay. The young French centre mid from Borussia Mönchengladbach is going to be providing us with so many options in the midfield. He's versatile, he can play in the CDM spot if we need to, and he's just going to be an outright beast. Let's get into the season. So this transfer summary for this window, it looks like this. Pellegrini was shipped off to Juve for 56 million, and we also got rid of El Shaarawy for 20 million. Got rid of Cristante for 40, so we freed up some transfer budget to bring in the signings of Ferguson, Udogi and Carnesecchi, and also we got rid of Paredes for 15 mil. That was to bring in Kone, and we just sent out Baldunzi on loan just so he can get a bit of experience before he comes into the first team. It is the end of season 1, and what has happened in the league here? We've somehow gone and won the league by 16 points to Inter on 94 points. I don't know how that's happened. For the Coppa Italia, that was won by Monza in a 3-2 win against Fiorentina. In the Champions League, that was won by Real Madrid on penalties against PSG. The Europa League was won by Roma in a 2-1 win against Fenerbahce. So Jose, he's not having a great time against his former team there. And then the Conference League was won by Chelsea in a 5-4 win on penalties against Jagiellonia. So looking at our best performers of the season, we have Dobbik with 36 goals and 11 assists, grabbing a 7.66 match rating. Incredible numbers from the Ukrainian striker, now at an 85 overall. Then we've got Manu Kone, so the deal making him permanent was an absolute steal for us. 19 goals and 9 assists from the centre mid position, and Dybala registering 17 goals and 14 assists, very productive from the cam position. The youngsters such as Sula getting in on the action as well. We're going to see more from him in the future. So let's go to Season 2. We've gone and picked up Dayot Upamecano for the first signing of Season 2. The French centre-back is going to be joining us on a fee of $55 million. He's here to the defending champions of Italy. He's going to be playing Champions League football now. That's exactly why he's joined. He knows the project and how promising it is, and he knows he's here to win titles. There he is, the man himself. Let's go. Now, our next signing of Season 2 is going to be just to give us a little bit of depth on the bench. I've managed to pick up Roberto Alvarado off the free agents list after just having a little look. I found him there. The Mexican winger is going to join us for free. He's on pretty cheap wages as well, so he's not really going to hurt our bank account. And it's just a solid signing, just in case one of our wingers cops an injury or something like that, we've got a bit of depth to cover. This is how we're looking going into Season 2. Our new signing, Upamecano, a slot in at centre-back, and we've kept Hermoso on the bench for some depth there. And then, as you can see, we've also got Alvarado chilling on the bench down there because this team is already good enough. He doesn't really make the team. He's just there just in case anything happens. He's there to fill in. Let's go to the end of the season. So it is the end of Season 2, and Roma have fallen off a lot this season. It's Napoli win the league though in 93. The Super Cup that we were in, we lost 2-1 to Inter in the final. The Coppa Italia was won by Milan, with us again losing in the final. The UEFA Super Cup was won by Real Madrid with yet another cup loss for Roma. The Champions League was won by Inter 3-2 against City. The Europa League was won by Fenerbahce, so they win this time against Atletico, and the Conference League was won by Napoli against Reims. Taking a look at how our boys did this season, Dovvik again finishing as the top scorer with 36 goals and 5 assists. Kone grabbing 21 goals from centre mid, so incredible output from him. We only picked him up for 25 mil or something, and he's proven to be an absolute bargain. Sula, 16 goals, 18 assists, now at an 86 overall, so he's grown by 9 ratings over these 2 seasons. And we got our signing, Ferguson, in there, 16 goals, 2 assists. Dybala's starting to get on a bit, but he's still at the peak of his powers. Let's see how everything plays out next season. Welcome along to Season 3, and it's going to start off with an improvement to our right back position. We're signing the Turkish fullback, Kadioglu. Technically he's a left back, but he can play at that right back position, which is part of the reason why we're picking him up. He's got that versatility to do it on both sides to provide us with options and maybe some depth if we get some injuries. Here he is holding his shirt. Let's see how he does this season. Our second signing of the July window for Season 3 is going to be Alex Baena from Villarreal. We've picked him up for $85 million, and we've brought him in because we had a bad season last season. We couldn't score as many goals, so we've done that and replaced Zalewski because he's not really been performing as like our other attackers, and as you can see, he's only 82 rated, so bringing him in is going to be a huge reinforcement, which should help us get towards our goal of the Champions League. Our third signing of Season 3 is going to be the German centre-back from Borussia Dortmund. It is Nico Schlotterbeck, the 88 rated man, is joining us. He's going to be replacing Gianluca Mancini, who we sold for a fee of $93 million, so good money for him. We had to take it, and we've gone and used that money to bring in the German beast. He's going to be so much more solid at the back, and I'm sure we can compete for the Champions League this season. So this is how our squad looks like going into the third season. We got high to mid 80s across the board. We even got Dybala 90 rated, but he's going to start declining soon as he's now 32 years of age, but he's still got a couple good seasons in him. I'm sure with the team that we have, we're going to have a great season. Let's go to June. We've made it to the end of Season 3, and Roma have gone and done an invincible season, taking out the league on 92 points. The Super Cup was won on penalties by Roma. The Coppa Italia was won in a 4-0 win by Roma. The Champions League was won by Leverkusen 1-0 against Liverpool, whereas we got knocked out in the semis by Liverpool 2-1. The Europa League was won by Juventus 2-1 against Arsenal, and the Conference League was won by Newcastle 3-0 versus Valencia. So looking at this season's top performers, Dovvik got 49 goals and 10 assists in 61 appearances, putting it an almost 8 match rating, which is incredible stuff. 31 goals in the league for him. Kone again with a great output of 27 goals and 9 assists. What a signing he has been. He's only still 26 years old, so he's got plenty of room still to grow. Dybala, I think this is it for him, 33 years old, and he's put in a great last season for us, 18 goals and 7 assists. And Sula, 31 goal contributions in 62 games. We'll very much take that, and we'll go on to season 4. Now, our first signing of season 4 is going to be a marquee one. We've gone and picked up Xavi Simons from PSG, now at an 89 overall. There he is. He's meeting the gaffer, Mr. Rebuild. He's got the paparazzi out because why not? He is a huge signing for this club, a big deal. He's going to be replacing the aging Paulo Dybala, and he's only 24 years of age, so he's got plenty of time to reach world-class heights. Let's go. Now, our next signing of the 4th season of this save is going to be the Italian centre-back from Inter Milan. We picked up Alessandro Bastoni with 12 months left remaining on his contract. We've offered up Kambala in that swap deal for him and 68 mil to get this absolute beast of a centre-back. The Italian international is joining from a rival club, but with the status of how big we are, he's fully open to the challenge. He's having a chat with the boys, and he's ready to go in season 4. This is how we're looking going into season 4. We've got the new signing Bastoni at right centre back, and we've got Xavi Simons slotting right in for Paulo Dybala, who has left the club. It's a very strong lineup now. Everyone high 80s, low 90s, and now we're ready. We're really going to be fighting for that Champions League glory this season. Welcome along to the end of season 4. Roma have won the Serie A again, but not by the same dominance as last season. The Super Cup was won by Fiorentina 3-1 on penalties against Roma. The Coppa Italia was won by AC Milan 1-0 to Juventus. The Super Cup was won by Juventus 4-2 on penalties against Leverkusen. The Champions League final is between Roma and Newcastle. We're going to play that out soon. The Europa League was won 3-0 by Sevilla in an all-Spanish final against Valencia. And the Conference League was won by Tottenham, defeating Frankfurt 2-1. So this is the team that we're going to be lining up in our Champions League final game against Newcastle with. Very, very strong. However, Simons is lacking a bit of sharpness. I don't know if he picked up an injury, but hopefully that doesn't affect him. When we press the quick sim, we win the Champions League. It took 4 seasons only, with goals from Sula and Xavi Simons midway into the second half, and then Sula striking late on in the second half. But you know what? Since it only took 4 seasons, I'm going to do an extra season. Let's see if we can just win it back to back. So it is the end of the 5th and final season, the bonus season. We've won the league on 94 points, equaling our tally from season 1. The Italian Super Cup was won by Milan 4-0 against Juve. The Coppa Italia was won by Roma 5-2 against Juve. The Super Cup was won by Roma 2-1 against Sevilla. The Champions League will be between Arsenal and Real Madrid, but we're not worried about that. The Europa League was won by Lyon in an all-French final, and the Conference League was won by Cluj against Rangers. Now, if you guys did enjoy this one, like the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll see you in the very next one. Goodbye.